What's up, guys? It's your boy T,
And it's your boy D.
and we are unquoted, guys, coming at you guys real quick. Your number one source for pop culture news. Let's get it. So today, guys, we are gonna discuss a win for the Savages, guys. Basically, what happened was that Future was in court with his baby mama. Yup, guys. Baby mama drama again. His baby mama, I think her name's Eliza Rain. Basically, earlier in the year, Future had to get like a DNA test to prove the child was his. So when that finally happened, she was like, all right, babe, I'm taking your ass to court. So when she decided to take him to court, she, of course, did the stereotypical thought thing, which is, let me ask for a ridiculous amount of money that makes no sense. She asked for $53,000 a month. A month.
Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus.
What do you think about that, D?
That makes no sense because this is for child support, right? So
Yes.
that child needs 53 bands each month. Like, what is he eating? Like, what clothes is she buying for him that costs $53,000 per month? Because that's an entry level like finance job's yearly salary per month. That's what she wants. That shit makes no sense, bro. Oh my goodness, but
For just having a baby.
just for having a baby, bro. But like you said, this is a glorious day for mankind.
But
Emphasis on man.
let me finish the story. So
Go
basically,
ahead.
she said, my bad. She said, okay, $53,000 a month. So Future countered and said, you know what? $1,000 a month, like a real savage. And then the judge was like, 3,200.
That's a good judge.
It's not like that's a little bit of money because someone on salary could make that a month. So it's still a decent amount, but compared to what she was charging, which is like, this is why child support needs a whole reform. It needs a reform because it's crazy that people can expect $53,000 a month for one child. There are people in the hood that are surviving off of $700 and two kids a month.
Thanks.
And you want like how fucking greedy? Like this is, bro. This is okay. I'm gonna let you take this. I'm gonna get annoyed by it. Go ahead, dude.
Nah, I mean, obviously she asked for that much because in her head she thought that there was a good chance that that judge will say, sure, $53,000 a month, and then usually the lie or the BS they say to like justify it is that I feel as if your child should live a similar lifestyle as you, and that's what they usually try to say to like justify it. But it's like, okay, my child deserves that, but not you. So what the fuck? And how much did you say that judge like said again?
It was like 3,200.
3,200. That's perfect. Like that can get you rent for like a nice single family home or a nice apartment in a high class neighborhood, a nice safe good neighborhood. 3,200 a month. That's perfect. That's all you guys really need.
Yeah, they need to set a cap on it. Not only do they need to set a cap, but there needs to be a requirement that they have to have that the baby mama has to have a fucking job. She has to have a job and she has to be working because it's so annoying. They're like, oh, well, I don't work. Get a fucking job. Not only that, but some of these women be having degrees and still don't want to get a fucking job. It drives me up the wall. And I know for some people saying, well, there's some deadbeat dads and blah, blah, blah. Look, I came from a single mom with a deadbeat dad. And let me tell you, it's still not right. Like, there should be no way, like I said, there needs to be a cap on how much a baby mama can ask for, especially for one kid.
Yeah.
Somebody for child support. It shouldn't just be like, oh, it's raining money. I have a kid. Like this shit needs to stop. And I'm glad that this was kind of like this has happened. So now that like other women can see this shit and be like, all right, well, I can't just fucking have a baby and just fucking come up.
Yeah, because you're basically using that child as a tool for money, which is like, what the fuck, bro? Because what if she got no child support? Would she even really care about the kid like that? Like that's the way it feels to me right now.
I mean, no, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like, but it's just like really fucked up overall that she probably planned to have a child just to get that money, and it's like, bro, like you don't deserve to really have a kid if that's your reason for having the kid.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I feel that way too. You don't deserve to have a kid if all you want to do is use it for a pawn to get money. And not only that, man, it's just like it's just so annoying that this is like some people's whole this is like their main purpose in life to get pregnant by a baller and then to make thousands and it's just to me not only is it a scam but it's just wrong like not only that but it's like the thing this is why I think child support should be put on a card because that way
Mm-hmm.
they can see every fucking purchase like that money needs to go straight to there's no private school that's worth that much fucking money like
A month.
it's yeah it's crazy.
Yeah. So, but also shout out to that judge because like all of these choices and like things are made by the judge. Like they either have to say yes or no. And I guess back in the day, judges were saying like, "Oh, the woman is right, so I'm gonna just say yes to everything she's saying." But times are changing now, so judges are like, "Brad, this is complete horseshit. 3,200. That's all you're getting. That's all you really need. Stop trying to come up." So shout out to the judge.
Yeah, the judge was a real one in this case, and we need more judges like that. That's gonna shut this stupid shit down. Because I'm not gonna lie, there are some women out there who really struggle because some guys are not in their kids' life and
Mm-hmm.
they walk around and they do dumb shit. And it's like I feel really bad for those women that really have to try hard and struggle. And you have these chicks out here who are fucking it up for them who want to take care of their kids. Women who are fucking just walking around on fucking Instagram, just doing dumb shit. Like, bro, she probably has way more than enough money. She probably definitely makes at least like 5,000 a month. She's an Instagram
Exactly.
model. She probably definitely
Ex-
make hostings and all. Well, I mean, some clubs are kind of shut down now, but she still makes a decent amount of money. That's bullshit.
exactly. And it's like, correct me if I'm wrong. Like Future is known for like taking care of how many ever kids he has. Like he takes care of all of them. So he's known for doing that. So no judge was like, oh, what if he's gonna be a deadbeat? He's like, nah, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna take care of them financially. Like that's a lot of birthdays per year that he has to, throw. Like, but still, it's like he takes care of his kids.
Exactly. And I just think that's a dumb rule. Oh, if the husband is a king, then that means they need because my thing should this is how I feel about it. I feel like if the husband makes a certain amount of money, okay, so what? Yeah, he needs to pay for child support and the woman needs to equally match. This I can understand if this was 1950s where women were just like stayed at home and didn't work and stuff like that. All right, whatever. They still don't deserve that much money, like 53,000, but okay, I got you. But now where women are making more money than some men and
Mm-hmm.
like they have equally good jobs, it's like no, if you believe in equality, it's like come on. They, it's that's just so ridiculous to me. And this mess has to stop because it's been happening for too long. Too many people have been taking advantage and it just needs to stop. It drives me nuts.
And trust me, sometimes women feel entitled to that money because they're a kid. I even heard a story at the barbershop where this man and woman, you know, were like married, had a kid, split up, and he was willing to pay like $900 a month for child support, and both of them married somebody else, while she married some military person, and they were barely kind of scraping by. He married a lady that makes close to 900K per year. And then that old wife was like, hey, your new wife is making this much money. Let's increase that child support. And then he was like, that's not my money. So you're still getting that $900 a month. And she was asking, is that petty for me to ask for more money now because my ex-husband's wife makes a lot of money?
Yeah, that's petty as hell. That's her money. That's not your money. And then the other thing is like, why do people feel like they're entitled to somebody? Like, I never understood that. To me, it's like, yo, if I'm here, I need to just work harder. What happened to people just applying themselves and working more hard and doing what, and just like the whole court system is just fucked up. Because I have a friend right now who his baby mama doesn't have a job and like he wants to have full custody of the kids and the court won't let him, but it's like he's the only one who's working and making money, but yeah, she's not doing anything.
And the court's messed up. It's like you
What?
have to have proof of her being a complete psycho just to get full custody, and it's just not fair. It's like the 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 woman is always guaranteed the like child in almost all situations. Cause bruh, I just don't get it, bruh. It just makes
Yeah,
no
I
sense to
think
me.
it's bullshit. So to play devil's advocate, I can't see why it's preferably because okay, the woman does carry that child for 9 months. They do all the maternal stuff. So I understand why the woman will probably have the benefit in that regard. So I'm not mad at that. So like the woman slightly having the upper hand. All right, that's fair. She carries around the kid for 9 months. Fair, I got you. I'm not gonna be mad at that. But what I do have a problem is if the woman is way underqualified and can't support their kid, but yet the guy is overqualified to support the kid, the guy still doesn't get the kid, which to me is just absolutely ridiculous, you know?
Yeah. And honestly, sometimes I feel as if you should let the kid choose because what was that one Tyler Perry film, Daddy's Little Girls, where you know that where Idris Elba's ex-wife was like a druggie dating some like drug dealer, and that judge pretty much let all three of their kids go to the mom, even though they were crying, screaming, said like, "No, I want to stay with daddy. I want to stay with daddy." But judge was like, "Nah, go with your mother and that drug dealer boyfriend." Like, it's like, why does that shit ever happen, bro? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, it's definitely bullshit. I don't agree with it. Like they need to do more thorough. It needs to be more equal. Like I said, I agree. If both the parents make an equal amount of money and they're both straight, you give it to the woman because she carries them for 9 months, baby, whatever. Okay, I'm okay with that. But if one is like I said, way overqualified, has everything, and you still want to give it to the person who's least qualified, I think that's bullshit. And it's to me, it's just ridiculous. And this whole thing even with like future, even though it is a victory, which I'm happy, guys.
Amen. Hallelujah.
The Savages have won this time, but
Still.
unfortunately, that is not the case multiple times. You know, it's crazy because I think even Lil Boosie was saying something about how, you know, he was like 1 day or 1 minute late for like child support or something like that, and his baby mama went back and asked for more and just did something crazy, and I was like, bro, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, see, and it's what's really annoying is like it's these obvious attempts just to try to siphon more money for their own personal gain, which is blatantly obvious, but like court systems still give it to them, and it's like, why are you rewarding thoughty behavior right now and just money hungry, greedy behavior?
Right. Yeah, to me, that's just like super just bullshit. I think it's just crazy. There's no reason why like as a judge I could sit down and listen to someone and if the first 5 words out of your mouth is I don't have a job and I don't plan on getting one, then the conversation just needs to end at that point. Like no, you're not. You need to get a job and then you can come back in like 2 years.
Yeah, yeah, like set some requirements. Do you have a place to stay? Do you have income coming in? Just that, like, it's like, what's your source of income? Because it's like, and then if person says, oh, I'm an IG model, and it's like basically, oh, so you be busting it for the gram, like that's how you get your funds, while like he's doing something else, like okay, child goes to him. Simple
Yeah,
as that.
exactly. It's crazy because I remember when Chris Brown's baby mama tried to take him back and the judge was like, whoa, no, no, no. The judge is like, I'm not giving you no more money because the kid doesn't need, you know.
I think she was asking for like $35,000 a month or something like that. And the judge even said, no child needs $35,000 a month. That shit makes no sense. Denied.
Why do they want a whole like you want someone's whole salary in a month for having a kid?
Mm-hmm.
What? Like that does that even sound right to anybody? Like that person man, I could go all day for this. Do you have any closing thoughts, D?
You know, I'm just sick of it. Honestly, I can't even think of a closing thought. Like, I'm just sick of this whole situation that men have to go through. Bro, I'm sick of it, and it's time for change, bro.
Yeah, I think it's super time for change. It's just really annoying. And it's just the fact that like you can't have equality, but then be like, no, hold on, wait, this, and this. It's like it's just so like some of these rules were set in place when times were very, very different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and it's like before, I can get why like guys probably took advantage of the opportunity, probably were like dicks about it. So I can understand why it swayed more in the female's favor because before it probably swayed too much in the male's favor. So I can kind of understand that. I'm not mad at that. But at the same point in time, it's like we're grown enough. It's 2020. These new laws need to be set in place. Child support needs to be carded. This isn't like like oh maybe it needs to be because the money's not going to these kids. It's really not. Like, it's crazy how you'll see on Instagram, like, oh, blah blah blah. These girls will be out there getting surgery with their baby daddy money.
Well, yeah, getting Chanel purses, Gucci's, like it's like, bro, like that's not going to the child. It's like, huh? Or they should have a department that kind of like that kind of like looks into it. You know how the IRS looks into like funds and shit like that or whatever. You know, they should have a child support department that checks into like, hold up, you got all of this like Gucci and Chanel. How'd you get the money? And if it's from child support money, it's like, nah, we gotta lower your payments just off of that.
That's why I said it should be carded, because then they can see every purchase. So it's like, if they want to spend their own money doing this shit, like, cause I remember on The View, this was like one of those. The View had a kind of episode on this, and they were talking about how child support was going to get carded, and some people on The View were kind of mad. They're like, well, what if I want to go out and buy a drink? Use your
Then you
own.
know,
Go
yeah,
use your own fucking money. What?
like this is child support. So you buying a drink, how does that support your child? Like, is he getting lit too? Like, what the fuck? That makes no
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly. And I just think it's crazy. Like, to me, it's like, if you really cared that much about the child and stuff like that, you want this child support to go to it. If you're getting that much money, the child needs to already have its college paid for, needs to already have its car before it turns 16. Like, there's so much stuff that could be done for this child. Not only that, kids really don't need too much. If you've ever watched a kid or something like that, you know that these kids could play with a piece of dust or dirt or something like that and have a time in their life. These kids really don't need too much,
They really
honestly.
don't. They really don't.
So I don't know. It's just crazy. But this has been your boy T,
And this has been your boy D.
and we are out.